and just press charges, the outcome would do better.
I think we worried about the wrong thing.
What should we be worried about?
We should be worried about building a better community. Our community is in shambles, and at this point, I mean, the problem, the solution is just build the person next to you. So if you build your son, you build your daughter, they can go out and help build the next person and build and build and build. Then we can stop complaining about what racist people do. Why we don't have nice black neighborhoods? There's just black people out there. They got nice white neighborhoods. They'll call the police on your ass if you're in the wrong spot. Why we don't have nice black neighborhoods? If we do, somebody point one out for me. Why all the grocery stores?
I do.
All the grocery stores in the inner city look like shit.
Don't quote me, but I have heard of Baldwin Hills in California being a black town like that, like a black community like that. Do not quote me, but I have heard that.
I don't know. That's in California. We talking about in the South, baby. What we talking about?
Well, I don't want to. I don't.
Well, and that's just one.
I can't limit myself.
If it is, that's just one.
I mean, but it's just one. It's like just one. It might just be one, but one is better than none. And it's just one that I'm like saying. I don't know what else can be in other.
And we don't even know if that's a fact. So
yeah,
what I'm saying is, like, what are we doing? Like, we're gonna continue complaining about what the white man is doing. Me personally, bro, I done heard stories. I'm not saying that these is not happening. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is this: it's not happening as prevalent as it was in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, where black people was even scared to say something to a white boy or they was gonna get hanged. I'm not talking about that's not happening today.
But you know what's so crazy? Back then we was thriving better. So it's crazy to me is this, right? You say that we was thriving better back then.
Right.
What happened? The point is this: we always talk about we was thriving better. What happened that we went separated?
Drugs. Segregation. Integration. Drugs. Integration. No, it's not no secret. We integrated. We able to move away from the neighborhood that we living in, which wasn't a bad neighborhood, but you have black people like Martin Luther King who wanted to hang out with and party with white folks. Not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying this is what happened. It's a historical fact. So if you move the doctors and the lawyers and stuff out of the neighborhood, let's just case in point. In these nice neighborhoods, these nice predominantly white neighborhoods we talking about, they got doctors and lawyers and dentists that stay out there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if my kids grow up in this neighborhood, they come across doctors and lawyers and dentists that stay in that neyborhood.
That's right. That's true.
Where the black kids grow up at? What doctors and lawyers and you see what I'm saying? What people are you seeing on a day-to-day basis? So
the thing about this, when you say that, right? The Koreans, the Asians, if you go to Gwinnett County right now, the Koreans have their own community inside of these communities still too.
Chinatown, the same.
So it's not possible for us to have our own community even in these towns.
Yeah, it is possible. You just got to do it. Ain't nothing wrong with a black,
bougie. Fuck you, I ain't know that. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with a black bougie neighborhood. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, make you some money, you can move out here too. Or shit, move into the hood and build it up. Hell, let the folks that ain't renting that live on the block, let their property value go up.
Building in the hood. When you tell a person to build in the hood right now, you're also telling a person with everything that's going on today that you have to try to work with a community with kids that see you as a threat. You also have kids that see you, they don't want to listen to you. They don't feel like the information that you're getting is cool. That goes back to what I was saying how they give the information.
Why though?
And
why?
Then
you know why they see
hold
it?
Hold on.
See, all I hear is problems.
But and then when you put something up for the end of the community, they destroy it. So it don't make you.
That's only because we just throwing it up and then leaving. We ain't out there hanging
out.
I
disagree with that because they killed Nipsey. They killed Nipsey.
Man, Nipsey was a gangbanger, bro. Simple.
Snoop's a
Game bangers don't
gangbanger.
live that long, bro. Simple.
That's a lie, because Snoop still living. It just depends on the.
Snoop is not a gang banger. He's a gang member. He's not a gang banger.
Okay.
And you think Snoop's still out there in the neighborhood hanging out?
But hold on. You just said why not? Hold on though. You that's being hypocritical. You just saying forget if he was a gang member or gang banger. You can't, when you part of that gang, you can't just jump in and jump out. They have rules and laws on that. So however they do that. What I'm saying is you're saying we need to go back to our community, but then you just said Snoop don't go back to our community. So which one is it? How do we do this?
What you mean? You don't. What you mean? You can do it.
I said how. I didn't say. I said how do we do it? If you saying these people don't.
The normal. We ain't talking about no damn celebrities, bro. We talking about normal people that get up and make a good living every day.
That goes back. Time out. That goes back to this. Then you think they're gonna listen? They already don't listen to their teachers. Don't listen to the fucking doctor. You even said on here, I don't think we should listen to the doctor. So these are people that's in the community that you telling that we should not listen to. But then we need.
Let me ask you something.
Then you want normal people in the community.
I think you missing a vital part of this stuff. If you see if you see a doctor if a doctor move into the neighborhood and he pull out his garage a nice little BMW or Benz or Rolls Royce, you think that kid ain't gonna listen?
No, I think he's gonna rob him.
Nah, but you think that the kid won't? And look, he
come out on the kid. I don't
listen. Hold on. See, it's more parts to it. You ain't just got to live there. You got to be acclimated there. So if I pull out my garage, I'm watching my Rolls Royce and shit, and the little nigga down the hill, they playing football. Oh, hey, let me see that ball. Let me see that rock. Okay, I get the ball. I'm out there. So now, you think they're not going to inquire about what I do? See, this is how you change it. Yeah, he might be in a fucked up environment, but if I'm here too, and he can see, oh shit, he live right next door to me. How you get to do that? Yeah, my mama at work every day, but he live right next door to me. He pulling out a Benz, a Rolls Royce. So what's going to be attractive is what they see. If I don't see you every day, cool. I see entertainers on the TV screen. I see them every day. So yes,
see, talking about.
I
think you've been out of Atlanta. I think you've been out of Atlanta too long. They see entertainers every day, bro. You could go up to Linux and see a famous person any motherfucker.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about in my neighborhood. How many kids, bro? Most people that stay in these little neighborhoods, they don't leave outside of that neighborhood, bro.
I agree with that.
They're institutionalized to the neighborhood. So I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about you see T.I. pull up on the block. I ain't talking about that. You see Young Dro. That's still entertainment. I can see him on TV. I'm talking about the dentist.
They don't respect the dentist. They don't respect.
It's not about respecting the dentist, bro. You gonna respect what's in your vicinity. So if I'm pulling out in a nice car, listen. If I'm pulling out in a nice car, and I see some 11, 12-year-olds in the neighborhood, they like, oh boy, he got an SRT. Hey, y'all come up into my yard and hang out.
So you never heard of Lil Baby going to the hood or something?
Him going and him staying there is two totally. You think Lil Baby still got a house out there? I done seen him in his house. It don't look like it's in the middle inner city of Atlanta. I can tell you that. Come on, bro. We talking about if you want to make the change. Bro,
I'm gonna say you see you right with a certain part, but it still starting with a mindset because I could put.
You gonna change the mindset. The mindset change when you in the neighborhood.
So why do they got them gentrify the hoods now? If they want to do that so bad, and I'm asking this question, right? We could do this stuff all the time. Why do they gentrify the hood? Before we can get a chance to do that, why do they come take our shit or they gotta take our land?
Start gentrifying neighborhoods.
They what? They just started.
Black people should start gentrifying neighborhoods.
Oh,
maybe wealthy black people
I thought you said something else. You're right.
Moving into the neighborhood and building it up. It's simple, bro. It's a simple fix, bro.
I don't think I think it's simple to fix, but I don't think it's simple with the mindset fix. I don't think it just is
The
that easy.
mindset's gonna change. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but the mindset's gonna change when they start seeing the young black professional in the neighborhood.
We haven't seen that yet, so I would not disagree with you on
I'm
that.
telling you what is it. I'm giving you a solution.
No,
Young
I'm
black
saying I'm not.
professionals stay in the neighborhood. Stop
I,
moving out to the suburbs. Out here where you come in the neighborhood, come in the hood and teach, and then you stay out in the county. Move in the inner cities and see what happens. I'm just being honest.
I can't say what's going on because I don't know what every doctor live at. I don't know where.
I can tell you right now, ain't no doctor on my block.
You in Alabama? I can't speak on that.
I can tell you right now, ain't no doctor on my grandma's block. Ain't no doctor staying out there in the apartment house. Am I right or wrong?
Nah, you're not wrong.
So, bro, if you want to change the community want to change, gentrify your own neighborhoods, move into the neighborhood. Yeah, you're gonna have some issues. Yes, you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have some little badass Section 8 kids out there. Yes, you're gonna have it. But if you want to change the neighborhood, it's an easy fix, bro. It's an easy, simple solution.
All right, bro. How long you got? I got one more thing.
I'm here. I ain't got nothing to say.
We didn't get a chance to get into this shit last time, but I want to get into this because I just did. So, and I really want to talk to you about this. These people going to the moon. We've been talking about this back and forth, flat Earth, round Earth. I was just talking to somebody about this shit the other day about the map being upside down, just different things, man. How do you feel about these people going up to the moon and what they're trying to put in the media as we have been to the moon, going to the moon is real, everything that they trying to put out in the media? How do you feel about that?
Prove it. That's how I feel.
And I not saying I want to. We'll go back to the Joe Budden thing, the bad behind the scene of the scientific theory, right? A scientific theory is supposed to have been proven that the world, that everything that they proven with the globe being round, the Earth being round, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I never seen nobody that could source with
it. They can't prove it.
Because I've heard people say, "Why do we keep getting the same picture from the same angles?"
Prove it. That's all I'm saying. If you gonna tell, so let me say this.
And who was the person that went up to the moon and took a picture of it being round? Is my thing. Like, who went up to wherever they went to and been like, "Oh shit, bang, this is how it looks."
Let me say this. Anything, a theory is just an educated guess. Are we all
an educated thought?
Yes, it's a guess. It's an educated guess. I'm just thinking. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about theory, we just in thought. But these are facts. So facts is there is a guy by the name of Admiral Byrd who did some excavations to what's called Antarctica, and he wrote down what he seen. That's a fact, right? Yeah. That happened. Mm-hmm. So he said,
Admiral Byrd that went over.
Yes, yeah. He said he sailed around. He sailed for miles and miles, and this shit became a circle. The wall was high, like 50 feet high, and it was a circle. Mm-hmm. He said that in his journals. Do I think he's going to lie about that? No. There's a fact that there were maps way before that. This map that we use that said it's a landmass that's around the continents that we live on.
Julie. Go ahead.
These are facts. So what people, this is what they try to get you to believe. Blind faithfully believe that the people before us had all of this technology, sophisticated technology. But now we're going to fast forward thousands of years later and say what they were saying, we don't even have half of the technology that they had. And what they saying was false. That's what they leading us to believe. We don't have nearly half of the technology that these people were working with back then. You can tell by the structures and stones and stuff that's put up. Fast forward thousands of years, they saying that, oh, what they were saying back then was false. This is what it is. Come on, bro. Who we fooling?
And without, okay, let me ask you this.
That's like, look, this is basically what I'm saying. This iPhone, a person with an iPhone 1 saying iPhone 1 technology telling me that, nah, what you said, what your iPhone do ain't got nothing compared to what mine do. It's similar. It's the same notion. You got an iPhone 1, but you telling me, nah, boy, my iPhone can do this. But I got a 15. Like, make it make sense. It don't make sense.
I think what people get is they feel like when it comes to people like this, as far as scientists, people that really study certain things or just in certain fields, whatever it is, I don't trust them all the way, because I feel like if you learn the information, sometimes you will hide the information and just give what you want to give out to manipulate the people. So I've known that it can go all the way back to the files of JFK, MLK. It's certain stuff they give the media that they want you to know, and they hide the rest. I don't understand this though. It's been proven facts that scientists make mistakes.